I'm very happy to be here facilitating this session of the Speakers' Corners, this last session. 3 speakers today, 3 voices, 3 refugee voices who are going to tell us about empowerment. And I would like to invite the first speaker to the floor, to the 12th here, Souzan Husseini. Souzan is an advocate for digital inclusion and education to employment pathways. And she will share lessons from Japan and partnerships with SAP, you will tell us what it is, and Robo Co-op to create scalable solutions for refugee youth. Souzan, the floor is yours.
Thank you. Okay, my voice is okay. My voice is not the best today, but I will try my best to talk and present about today. So first of all, I would like to share something important, that education is the most essential thing in life. It's empowerment. And this is something I learned from my mother. God bless her soul. And this presentation, everything I do is dedicated to her. So just a little bit about me. My name is Souzan, originally from Syria, based in Japan. I did my degree in translation, and I finished master in Japan in international relations, and currently doing my PhD. And currently working for Robo Co-op and other organization I will talk about later. So Aleppo, just all the story, the horror. We had to go through the Bastan Qasr crossing. My university was exposed to bombing in the first day of exam. So there is usual reason to move. And I moved to Japan, which gave me the power to get university degree, present in conferences, make a lot of friends, find opportunity to do my favorite thing, which is photography. So the photos here are me taking it. And I'm setting this stage to talk about, so just 2 slides. One of the organization that I'm lead at them, it's a refugee and local organization led by youth in Japan and refugees as well in Japan. We try to advocate for refugees. And another organization I'm part of is Japan Bridge. We started to support Syrian and Turkey after the Syria-Turkey earthquake. We wanted to support Syrians there in Syria who are trapped in transit. And all of that was because I was able to move to Japan through educational pathway. And this what led me to my research about complementary pathways and programs that are in Japan. So we all know the story, the beginning of the the Refugee Convention 1951, and how it's not able to address many issues, and there is a lot of limitation, and there is the need to revise and update this convention. The number of refugees is increasing by time. One of the addressed topic is durable solutions, which is mainly the 3. I don't need to tell you about the durable solution. All of you know about it. And then coming to complementary pathways, which defined by UNHCR as avenue for person in need of international protection that provides for a lawful stay in a third country where international protection needs of the beneficiaries are met. Beneficiaries of complementary pathways given legal access to a third country through given pathway where they can gradually attain a more sustainable permanent state. And those are all important terminologies in my research that I'm addressing. So resettlement, complementary pathways is the connection to legal pathways. And we all know about the type of complementary pathways. And my case was like educational pathway that made me go to Japan. So some of the terminology. So this solution is for refugee to enable them to support themselves, which is one of the Global Compact on Refugee objectives. And many of the programs under complementary pathways have existed before the complementary pathways, because of the objectives of objective of those programs do match the complementary pathways, have been enlisted as a complementary pathways, whether it was educational pathway, family reunification, or employment pathways, and they've been extended. But this is not a right. This is only a solution to access to complementary pathways. Not everyone can have access to complementary pathways. There is a lot of skills, qualifications, and many barriers, including documentation, to have access to those complementary pathways. So this is one of the aspects that I compare in my research, other than protection needs, resettlement, and complementary pathways, how it's defined, how the scope of purpose, the eligibility, who can access resettlement, who can access complementary pathways, and other aspects as well. My case study is in Japan. So Japan is one of the fifth country in contributing economically. It did contribute a lot to refugee support economically. But when it comes to welcoming refugees to Japan, it have a less number comparing to other countries, but it's getting higher by time. So based on statistic, by 2023, the number of refugees who have been recognized as refugee been about 303. It was like gradually getting higher. There is other methods, like there is in Japan, those who are not recognized as refugees. There are those who are recognized as people of refugee background. There is asylum seekers. There is people with the humanitarian visas and other way for access. And programs in Japan, there is mainly two methods. Resettlement, which is only one program, started in 2008. It's targeted refugees from Burma and welcomed them to resettle in Japan. It started with 30 people and then expanded to welcome 60 people. Then the other complementary pathway, which just started in 2015 after the crisis of Syria. And basically, complementary pathway started with the educational pathway. So there is family reunification, employment pathways, but those were only mentioned in the UNHCR IOM document, OECD document, so I added them there. But mainly in Japan, the current numbers, and my study focus is educational pathways. So you can see the data of people who have access to country, how the number have been increasing in family reunification, education access, and also work permits. And to focus on education pathways that are there in Japan. So there is the educational pathways, which started by JICA, JISRA project. The other education pathway is the Japanese language school, which is the program that allowed me to come to Japan and study at the language school for 2 years, Pathway Japan. And then there is the Japan University pathways. So in this section, those pathways allow refugees in a host country to come to Japan. So it's a third country solution. There is also another pathways. It's available only inside the country. So once you are in Japan, you will have that student visa, which is limited, 2 years, 4 years, maybe work permit, it would be 3 years. So it's limited. And there is the need for a second phase of resettlement or complementary pathways, which are programmed to admission, such as educational pathways, Toshizo Watanabe International Scholarship, UNHCR Refugee Higher Education. And this program, I was able to go to higher education in Japan and study at the university. There is vocational program as well and other educational pathways. There is alternative methods, which is employment pathways and designated activity in case the refugee was not able to find, or asylum seeker, person of the refugee background, was not able to find access to employment or higher education, they would apply to a designated activity visa, which will give them limited or specific time to stay in the country for 6 months or 1 year, it depends. And then the complementary protection started recently in 2024, 23, yes, 23, December. It was announced around that time, and it will give 5 years of legally stay in the country. It also required application to be able and screening as well. Moving forward, so this is basically to sum up what is look like in the Japan's case. So, for example, the program for Syrian and Turkey, Jordan, Lebanon, they get access to programs such as Pathway Japan, JISRA program. For Ukrainian, there is also a specific program. For Afghan, there is a specific program. And this is just my case study. This does not sum up everything happening in Japan. So first round is access through education. Round 1, they study at the language school for 2 years. Then in round 2, they would be applying to university, like more skills, more needs. They would need many documentation. If they get access in round 2, they have like either the higher education or designated activity, and then third choice, resettlement. There is multiple choices. They can apply to complementary protection, they can apply for a working visa, or they can apply to be naturalized or permanent residents. So each pathway have a lot of requirement and documentation. Worst case scenario, if nothing of this work, they have to leave the country. So I did recently publish a paper about those case studies. And in my paper, I address the students' perspective of those programs and the protection. And if you're interested, I would be happy to. Yes, please. This is like something I'm very proud to be able to publish. And moving forward, I just wanted to provide another example of access of pathways. I would like to talk a little bit about my organization, RoboCoop, which allow me to have access to working visa, 3 years of working visa. So I'm very happy about it. It would give me less stress about what I should do later. So in RoboCoop, it's a very interesting model. Basically, we educate, we employ, and we aim to have an entrepreneurship. So our method is learn together, work together, expand together. We have a group of 5. We train 5 refugees. It doesn't matter the location. That we just select, for example, one of our latest project is in India. We selected a number of refugees. We provide them reskill, upskill, and once they finish the program, it would be training between 4 to 6 months, they would be able to work remotely. So we provide also working opportunities for those refugees. And then, if it's possible, we would be able to provide them with opportunity to move. We were able to move one person from Turkey to Japan and another person from Myanmar to Japan. We're trying to expand, and as we announced yesterday, we started a partnership with Yaron Foundation in Spain to train refugees in Latin America and move them to Spain. So those refugees who finish the training, they don't only work, but they teach other refugees. So they become the trainer as well. And this is our model, impact sourcing, impact hiring. We try to connect companies, skills together, and also it would be expanding. So we have a group of companies that we are working with. They will provide work, and also we have a guild platform where we provide access to work, and then we paid for those refugees who are working. So while studying, they would be able to get salaries. And it's stable in a sense. So once they move to, for example, if they move to the country, they will already have their own community. They would be having friends, they know what to do, they will ask people around, and they would have an idea even before coming to the place that we would like to reallocate them, and they would know more information. Also, it would be working from home, so remotely. They would be among their family. And it would be like connecting family together in a sense. And if they need to move, we try to move them. And this is my final slide. We started also to collaboration with SAP to provide SAP training with other companies, for other refugees, and we're trying to expand this training and this program to not only refugees who are located in India, we're expanding to Spain. We also provide the refugees who are already in Japan those training skills. We're going to start this program recently, just very soon. So I think, I don't know if my time has ended, but this is, yes. Yes, thank you for listening.